If you're just joining us, this is TVC News at 1. Let's turn attention to business now. Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission says active rigs in the oil sector have increased from 11 in 2011 to 30. The chief executive of the Regulatory Commission, Mr. Komalafe, said the country recorded capital expenditure worth billions of dollars within the last 2.5 years on the back of the implementation of the Petroleum Industry Act. He said effort had also led to the restoration of investor confidence and the creation of certainty and predictability in the sector. According to him, the NUPRC is working to ensure the effective implementation of the statutory mandate of the Commission. Mr. Komalafe said these efforts birthed the introduction of the crude oil measurement regulation, which was the first in Nigeria's over 70 decades of oil and gas production, which will also save the country a huge amount. Away from there now, the Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise is asking the Central Bank of Nigeria to peg the customs duty exchange rate at 1,000 naira per dollar for the rest of the year. The Chief Executive Officer of Center, Dr. Moda Yusuf, gave this advice in a statement in Lagos. According to him, the appeal is in line with the federal government's commitment to ease the current hardships on the citizens and the burden on businesses. He welcomed the decision of the Apex Bank to approve the use of the exchange rate reflected on the import documentation form M at the onset of the import transaction. This, he said, is a laudable response to the grievances of investors in the economy and will reduce the current uncertainty ground around import and related transactions in the economy. And now, in the face of the ongoing economic challenges affecting many Nigerians, there's a growing call for governments at all levels to actively promote the production and consumption of locally made goods. This call to action was echoed during discussions at the Africa Social Impact Summit held in Lagos. The stakeholders emphasized the need for government intervention to create a conducive business environment that support local producers, thereby attracting foreign direct investment and reducing the country's reliance on imported goods. And outside Nigeria now, Asian shares stalled short of 7-month highs today as investors awaited inflation data from the United States, Japan, and Europe that will help refine expectations for future rate moves. S&P 500 futures and Nasdaq futures were both trading 0.2% lower. Eurostock 50 futures and FTSE futures both eased 0.2%. MSCI's Broadex Index of Asia Pacific shares outside Japan dipped 0.3%, having climbed 1.7% last week to 7-month high. Chinese stocks jumped almost 10% as many sessions on hopes for more aggressive stimulus as blue chips were off 0.5%. Japan's Nikkei rose 0.3%, having climbed 1.6% last week to clear a previous record high as bulls look to test the 40,000 barrier. All the way from there now, Venezuela and Turkish foreign ministers say they are committed to advancing towards a trade exchange of about $3 billion in their economic relations. Venezuelan Foreign Affairs Minister Van Gil said the trade exchange between the two countries reached about $800 million in 2023 and will be increased to $3 billion this year under the instruction of the president of the two countries. He said the trade cooperation between Turkey and Venezuela is growing, and the exchange and import and export of products between the two countries are becoming increasingly important. On his part, Turkish Foreign Minister Mr. Hakan Fidan said Venezuela plays a very important role in Turkish plans in the Latin American region and that Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan will visit Caracas this year. He said Turkish energy companies are interested in participating in exchanges with Venezuela. And away from the now, Facebook owner Meta has unveiled plans to launch a dedicated team to combat disinformation and harms generated by artificial intelligence ahead of the upcoming European Parliament elections. Meta's head of European Union Affairs, Massimo Pancini, said the European Union Specific Elections Operations Center will bring together experts from across the company to focus on tackling misinformation, influence operations, and risk related to the abuse of AI. He said Meta's effort to address the risk posed by AI will include the addition of a feature for people to disclose when they share AI-generated videos or audio. And that's all we have time for on business news at this hour.